Brian Wiles, and Mike Carroll.
Well, good afternoon again, everybody. It's almost evening time in BDS and Johnson Brock at the MUDECAS basketball tournament. This is the A Division third place matchup. Johnson Brock in the red and BDS in their home white uniforms. And it is going to be, well, we're just going to say Johnson Brock and BDS tonight. There's no point in saying Eagles by any stretch of the imagination. Dribble drive and going to stay with Johnson Brock. A loss last night for Johnson Brock to Freeman. Just never could get anything going offensively against that 1-3-1 zone. It's a little better start right there as Ben Bowling is going to get a free throw right out of the gate. But against that zone for Freeman, the extended 1-3-1 just never really got going if you were Johnson Brock. About the time you'd make a basket, boy, it'd be another 3 minutes before you made anything else. And Freeman, to their credit, did it on defense. Now, BDS is going to play great defense. They're going to play it a little bit differently, and that might actually play into Johnson Brock's hands just a little bit. Bowling makes one of two, and Johnson Brock on the board first in this ball game. John Christensen and the BDS Eagles, of course, the D2 football champions back in the fall. 2 championships in the last 3 years for these guys. They know exactly what a winning mentality is and looks like and feels like and how to play winning type games. As that jumped ball will stay with BDS. There you get a good look at Christensen. John was he was a beast all year, but especially in that championship game against Blue Hill, just kind of ran through Blue Hill in that final game at Memorial Stadium. On the dribble drive, pulls up. His shot, though, will not fall, and Bowling with a good rebound. So here comes Caden Glenn and the Johnson Brock Eagles. Ty Hahn has it in the corner now. See man-to-man defense. Looks like, are they sitting? Well, nobody's really moving around. There's a three, goes up by Clark. It spins halfway in and out as Carson Dixon pulls down the rebound for BDS. A Division third place game. That shot put up by Anthony Beavers would not fall, but an offensive rebound, another crack at it as Christensen wants to get something set up. Now Garrett Sharp down the right side with the right hand. He lays it in there. First field goal of the game belongs to BDS. 2-1 their lead. Hahn, a spin and a fadeaway. Comes up strong. Sharp the rebound. Here comes the Eagles from Bruning-Davenport and Shickley. If by chance you're not familiar with BDS, Bruning-Davenport, a school by themselves. Shickley, a school by themselves. So this is a co-op when they play sports, for all the sports, for everything from football to basketball, track, whatever it is. If it's athletics, they consider themselves BDS. And so if you were getting your hyphens and slashes right, it's Bruning-Davenport/Shickley. And a three-pointer there for Ty Hahn. Ty comes in averaging 16 points a game in his sophomore year. Actually, Ty Hahn's averaging 20 points a game as a sophomore. It's Christensen with a big power step. Gets it up and in. We're all square at 4 apiece. 5:20 to play, first quarter. This is Fossenbarger getting into the lane, left his shot short. Dixon with a rebound. Neither team going to go too terribly deep to the bench. Perhaps just a little bit more depth for the BDS side under Coach Greg Schroeder. So that one just is saved from going into the backcourt. Good job by Sharp to get back there. Now he's hounded by Fossenbarger. Drives, kicks, Beavers for 3. And we're going to get a foul on Beavers on the rebound. Anthony's first, the team's second. The other thing you got to be ready for when you play BDS, it's probably going to be as physical as you want in any game you're going to play all year long. Johnson Brock 10-3 on their season record, like we mentioned. the loss to Freeman last night in the semifinals. Losses earlier this year to HTRS at the HTRS Holiday Tournament. And then a loss to a 500 Lord Central Catholic team. The 3 losses on their season, and a rebound and then a turnover back to Johnson Brock, and a 3 by Glenn will not connect, but an offensive rebound for Ty Hahn. Throws it no look, cross court, Ben Clark for 3, and Sharp pulls down the rebound. Christensen with his dribble, drops the shoulder and gets the basket. John, all-around athlete that he is, great football player, very good basketball player, but wants to play baseball at the next level. I say but, and wants to play baseball at the next level. 6-4, his Eagles have the lead over the Eagles in red from Johnson Brock. Onto the baseline, Ty Hahn tips that one out. Logan Schroeder comes in. And 32 is Nolan Weber. Oh, excuse me, 33, Kellen Reich. Into the corner, Glenn pulls it down. Goes coast to coast, missed the layup though. So 6-4 BDS still on top. 5 minutes gone here in the opening period. Pull up by Christensen from 18 feet, no, and Ben Clark snags the rebound for Johnson Brock. Glenn to Hahn along the baseline. Step back for Ty. That shot will not fall, and the defensive rebound for Christensen. So a slow start offensively here for Johnson Brock. It wasn't necessarily a slow start scoring last night against Freeman. It was that second, third, and fourth quarter that was the slow going for Johnson Brock. They've gotten better shots so far here today, but when the last 3 quarters you didn't really make anything consistently, it's tough to pick that back up. Beavers has it, left side of the key. Back to Christensen. John spots a 3. Misses it off the side, but tracked down by Schroeder and then thrown away. Clark comes away with it for Johnson Brock. Hahn has it on the left wing. Now they'll get things set up. That is a 3 from Fossenbarger. Hahn sneaks in for an offensive rebound and put back. Ty Hahn with 5 of his team's 6 points. Trying to get it down low. Hahn tips that one out of bounds. Trying to get it down to Holden Stengel. In for BDS, I see a 4. That's Jackson Grote.
For BDS, number 4, Jackson Grote. Number 13, Garrett Sharp. And number 11, Carson Dixon.
Carson Dixon was back in there, and Garrett Sharp came back in as well. So 3 to the bench so far for BDS. No subs just yet in the game for Johnson Brock. We're still squared up at 6 apiece. Actually, I take that back. First sub as Seth Murr came in there during that dead ball for Johnson Brock. Man-to-man defense for BDS here. Try to get it to Murr on the block, and they're going to get a foul on Carson Dixon of BDS. That'll be Carson's second and the 3rd team foul. So Holden Stengel just went to the bench. Now he comes right back in as Dixon's got the 2 fouls already. Fossenbarger drives, pulls up at 14, rattles it home, and a foul called. Kellen Reich, the guilty party, and a chance at 3 for Fossenbarger. And coming in here is Dylan Rao for Johnson Brock. He replaces Bowling. 1:08 to go here in the first period. First lead of the game for Johnson Brock, in the three-point play converted by Fossenbarger. Cole averages just shy of 11 points a game. Glenn averages 14.2. Ty Hahn 20 points a game. Ben Bowling 8 points a game for Johnson Brock. Like we said, it's not a deep bench, but boy, the guys that are out there score a lot of points on a given night. Going to get a reach-in foul as Holden Stengel put the ball on the floor there. Ty Hahn with the foul, his first and the team's first. Just under a minute to go in the opening period. It's Johnson Brock by 3. Shart on the wing. Guarded by Hahn. Now Christensen hands it off to Shart. Reinsch dumps it down low. Stengel with a spin. Can't get it. The rebound for Rao. Fossenbarger has it left side of the key. Back over the right side for Hahn. Spots the three, knocks it down. Ty Hahn says, give me that. I'll take all 8 of them here in the first quarter. And 12-6 our score. Johnson Brock has scored 8 in a row. Now 2 seconds left, end of the first. Shart, did he get it off? He did not. Wave off the attempt. Was just after the buzzer at the end of 1. Johnson Brock, well, they got to feel better about this than they did last night. 12-6 at the end of 1. We'll come back to the Beatrice City Auditorium after this.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends. It's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank. Growing together.
Nova Fitness Equipment of Omaha has provided the very best weight room, track and field, and sports surfacing products for over 30 years in Nebraska. They provide Cybex, Matrix Fitness, Vertimax, Tough Stuff, Pro Elite, Stairmaster, York Barbell, Troy Barbell, and UCS track and performance products. From rubber flooring, strength equipment, cardio products, and sports performance accessories, Nova Fitness Equipment has what you need to make your athletic program successful. Contact Nova Fitness Equipment today at their home office in Omaha or online at novafitnessequipment.com.
Johnson Brock leading BDS, a battle of ranked teams in Class D1. BDS ranked number 4 by the Omaha World Herald this week, and Johnson Brock number 9 after being unranked last week. So a good one here for third place in the A Division at the MUDECAS basketball tournament. Fall City Sacred Heart and Freeman boys will be the nightcap in the A championship game. And now a zone look, a little 2-3 zone. Get it in the corner. That's Clark for 3, and Ben knocks it down. This is a Johnson Brock team that averages just shy of 8 threes per game. So if that's the average, you know, sometimes it's a fair bit more, and sometimes it's like last night, and it's only 4. So, you know, if you're going to be averaging almost 8, though, you have plenty of nights of double digits. That 3 would not find the bottom of the net, put up by Garrett Schartz. And here comes Ken Glenn, and he no-look throws it to the girls' team that is exiting the gym right now. Still, though, just the first turnover of the game for Johnson Brock. Only 1 turnover for BDS in that first quarter. Shart has it on the wing. Guarded by Fossenbarger. Drives, pulls up at 10. No. Johnson Brock basketball. Talked a little about Johnson Brock's schedule. BDS, they're 10-3 coming into today's game. Their loss last night in double overtime to Fall City Sacred Heart, 60-52. Losses earlier this year, though, at Sutton and at Cross County within 3 days of each other, as Glenn's 3 fires long. Lost to Sutton 57-54, and then lost to Cross County 41-35. So close losses when they have lost. But they've fared pretty well. Other good wins at Nebraska Lutheran, 56-38. Win in the first round over Parkview Christian, 64-61. So a BDS team that has played 3 extra periods, basically an extra quarter and a half. Good ball movement there against Fossenbarger, lined up for a 3-pointer. A 6-0 start in the second quarter to open up a 12-point lead for Johnson Brock. This is Stengel spinning in the lane, blocking foul called. Ben Bowling was the one applying the defense there.
Personal foul call number 32, Ben Bowling, in his first personal foul, second team foul. Checking into the game for Johnson Brock, number 15, Devin Brown, number 23, Ty Hahn. Checking into the ball.
Hahn and Rao in for Johnson Brock. Logan Schroeder in for BDS. BDS down 12 right now. 2.5 minutes into this second period. Shart didn't really need to save that into the front court by any means. Hadn't landed in the front court, so it wasn't in there. In any effect, BDS still has it. Christensen, ooh, he got away with a big double dribble there. And Shart drives and is fouled on the shot.
Personal foul call on number 2, Cole Fossenbarger. His first personal foul.
Fossenbarger picks up his first. And the third on Johnson Brock. Garrett Shart is at the free throw line for BDS. This is their first set of free throws in the game and their first points of the second quarter. One for 2 there as Bowling snatches the rebound for Johnson Brock. Ty Hahn now running the point against the 2-3 zone. Fossenbarger back to Clark on the right wing. Working around the outside. High post, Rao, baseline then for Bowling. Ben a step back long too, and Ben Bowling. It looked like he'd done that once or twice before. 20-7, Johnson Brock with a nice lead here in the first half. Onto the baseline for Shart, guarded by Hahn. Now Stengel at the top of the key, guarded by Bowling. Puts the ball on the floor, and as he tries to gather himself, traveled with the basketball. Just the second turnover for BDS in this game, and only 1 turnover so far for Johnson Brock. Caden Glenn will be checking in for Johnson Brock as Fossenbarger goes to the bench. Don't forget, coming up, the A Division Girls Championship, Sacred Heart taking on Meridian, followed by the Boys Championship, our nightcap, Sacred Heart and Freeman. You can see all of those games on StriveSports.com. And Ty Hahn just traveled with the ball for Johnson Brock. By the way, elsewhere on our website, in fact, if you're watching us on StriveSports.com, elsewhere in this post, you can find scores, as many of the scores as we have from today, all of them from before today. You can also find the Division All-Tournament teams, the Jane White All-Tournament teams are available on our website as well. So you can see from the B Division, which is all wrapped up, you can see the All-Tournament teams, honorable mention and first team. Foul there on Rao, his first, team's fourth. Beavers snatches an offensive rebound and lays it back in there. Good move back to the rim for Anthony Beavers, his first basket of the game. In fact, that's the first basket of the second quarter for BDS. They've scored just 3 points in the period so far. Bowling goes up, and he got a rebound because he pushed off a little bit on Holden Stengel. And that will be 2 on Bowling and 5 personal fouls on Johnson Brock. Brendan Frosland into the game along with Seth Murr. And and Jackson Grote in for BDS. There's Jackson with the ball, swing it up top for Shart and Beavers. Christensen down the lane, up with the right hand, can't get it to go, got his own rebound though. Into the post, Stengel gets it back out. Shart, nice drive, will not get the finish, but will get 2 free throws.
Personal foul call number 23, Ty Hahn.
Ty Hahn just picked up foul number 2, team foul number 6. And we're going to get a timeout for BDS. Greg Schroeder wants to talk things over before Shart shoots his free throws. And this is a great opportunity for us to tell you about the Strive app. You've had it on your iOS device for a little over a year by now, right? It is now also available on your Android device. So any device you've got, you can find the Strive app in Google Play or in the App Store. Download it today. Select your favorite schools and get a direct notification when those schools go live with their stream. You will never miss another game again. Download the Strive app today. There it is. Whether you're on your iPhone, iPad, Android device, maybe you've got a Google phone, a Pixel, I don't know, whatever you got. It's in the Google Play Store and the App Store. Never miss a game with the Strive app. Download it today.
At the line shooting for BDS.
So coming out of the timeout, Garrett Shart shooting the free throws. Garrett 1 of 2 at the foul line. He shot the only free throws of the game for BDS. Johnson Brock led 12-6 at the end of the first quarter and built a 20-7 lead here in this period as we get a foul on the rebound on Stengel. But a little stagnant on offense the last minute or so, a couple of minutes actually, for Johnson Brock. That's the 5th team foul on BDS, so no free throws just yet. Not in the bonus. There has been 6 fouls whistled against Johnson Brock, so any more fouls on the red squad would be a bonus situation for BDS. Now a substitute coming in.
Checking into the ballgame for BDS,
Number 32 is Nolan Weber. He comes in for the first time tonight. Onto the block, now back out. Farsberger gets it back down, tries to get it across the lane. It's stolen away. Beavers collects the loose ball. Jackson Grote with it across the timeline. For Weber, back to Grote. Looking for Christensen on the block. Can't get it down there, though. Swings it over to Beavers, who tracks it down. Well, Caden Glenn, number 3 for Johnson Brock, finding out how hard it is to play defense on John Christensen. Got to guard him on the wing. You got to guard him in the post, too. John gets a seal finally. His backside pass, though, is off the leg of Shart and a turnover for BDS. Ben Clark and Shane Westhart in for Johnson Brock. Holden Stengel back into the game for BDS with 2 minutes to go in the first half. Johnson Brock been stuck on 20 for a while now. Hahn with the 2 fouls. That's probably one of the reasons he's been the catalyst so far in this game. It's a blocking foul on Jackson Grote, his first. That's 16 fouls, so both teams in the bonus for the final minute 47 of this first half. Glenn to toss it in. All the way up top for Clark. And now Caden Glenn will set up the offense. A nice move and a great seal, and the basket good by Westhart. Great seal, though, by Seth Murr. There along the block, helped his buddy out. Got the basket up and in. That was been a long time coming to get some points on the board. And Christensen gets behind the defense. Finally got a seal, got a good pass. Timing was right. John laid it in. Back to an 11-point game, 22-11 with 1 minute to go here in the first half. Murr wants to dump it down low. Good ball movement to get out of the underneath the hoop. Now along the baseline, that's a 15-footer, but it turns into a pass right to Murr on the shot attempt by Westhart, and will be a couple of free throws for Seth Murr. Nolan Weber picks up his first personal, 7th team foul, but like we said, on the shot, so Seth Murr with 2 free throws. Anthony Beavers and Kellen Reich into the game for BDS. One for 2 for Seth there, and the lead is 12 for Johnson Brock. And with the lob, there's Christensen, got it underneath. Good pass from Stengel down low. Christensen with 8 points to lead BDS. He's got 8 of their 13 right now. It is a 10-point Johnson Brock lead with 14 seconds left in the half. Glenn comes and gets it. Working on Christensen now. Stops at the elbow. A little fadeaway off the top of the backboard, and that is how we will end the first half. Still a great start for Johnson Brock. They lead it over BDS 23-13 at the halftime break. We'll have a scoring recap from this game, and we'll let you know some of the other scores from around the MUDECAS tournament from earlier today. Stay with us on StriveSports.com.
Truck Center Companies, keeping America's truck industry on the road.
I feel that Truck Center Companies focuses on your strengths and then puts you in a role so you can utilize those strengths.
Absolutely, your career can grow here. I came on and I started here as a service advisor, and I've been promoted to service manager. I hire diesel techs all the time. And I hire them straight out of school. I hire them with opportunities. I hire them with career growth and development. You can start at the bottom and you can be a foreman. That's just how we grow here at Truck Center Companies.
I've been with the company for about 15 years, and one of the great things about working here is that our philosophy has always been, if it's right for the customer, it's right for us. And so for employees that want to come work for us, they know that when they come here, they have the latitude to do what they need to do, what's right. And work hard, you're going to go somewhere with us.
Truck Center Companies get you where you want to be. It's going to utilize your strengths and help you succeed.
Nova Fitness Equipment of Omaha has provided the very best weight room, track and field, and sports surfacing products for over 30 years in Nebraska. They provide Cybex, Matrix Fitness, Vertimax, Tough Stuff, Pro Elite, Stairmaster, York Barbell, Troy Barbell, and UCS track and performance products. From rubber flooring, strength equipment, cardio products, and sports performance accessories, Nova Fitness Equipment has what you need to make your athletic program successful. Contact Nova Fitness Equipment today at their home office in Omaha or online at novafitnessequipment.com.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends. It's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank. Growing together.
Getting ready for the start of the second half here at the MUDECAS A Division boys third place game. Johnson Brock leading BDS 23-13. Scoring in that first half for BDS, not a ton of it, but pretty balanced if you're BDS, or pretty balanced if you're Johnson Brock. They had Ty Hahn with 8. Cole Fossenbarger with 6, but then 3 from Ben Clark, 3 from Ben Bowling, 2 from Shane Westart, and 1 from Seth Murr. For BDS, they got 8 from John Christensen, 3 from Garrett Shart, and 2 from Anthony Beavers, and that's it. So kind of slow going offensively, obviously, with just the 13 points. It was 12-6 at the end of the first quarter. Johnson Brock had that lead. BDS with it first in the second half. That's a Beavers spin move, and Anthony puts it up and in. His 2 baskets that he scored have been just really nice, strong moves at the hoop. It was a little stagnant for Johnson Brock towards in the middle part of the second quarter as Stengel picks up a steal here. 4th turnover for Johnson Brock in the game. Stengel tries to go baseline, and an offensive foul is called. Had that shoulder down. Holden Stengel picks up foul number 2. And it's also the 4th turnover for BDS in the game. Caden Glenn has not gotten on track at all. Hasn't made a shot yet. Ty Hahn, he's still pretty good. Was scoreless in the second quarter, but he now has 10 points for the game, and that pushes the lead back to 10 for Johnson Brock at 25-15. Minute 15 into the second half. Christensen going to work on Clark, hands it off to Shart. Garrett all the way underneath the rim. Now picks it up. Cross court for Dixon. Carson sat most of the first half after getting 2 fouls in the first quarter. Christensen baseline off the side of the hoop, but right back to himself, and he puts it in. Well, it hurts your shooting percentage, but it ups your rebounding total when you do it like that. An 8-point game again. 2 minutes gone in the second half, and a travel. Hahn was trying to make a move, and good defense there by Garrett Shart to not give up any ground and kind of force a little stutter step as Hahn was trying to gather himself. So a chance for BDS to cut into the lead. Coming out of this tournament, BDS on the 16th will have a home game against McCool Junction, then a road trip to Exeter Milligan. Timberwolves winning 3rd place earlier today in this tournament. Garrett Shart puts that one in, and then of course you turn around and play the CRC tournament. You might see Exeter Milligan or Giltner or Nebraska Christian or teams you've already seen a couple times maybe again at the CRC. Nice drive there by Cole Fossenbarger. Fossenbarger's got 8 points now, and the lead is back to 8 for Johnson Brock, trying to keep BDS at arm's length. That's Dixon in the corner, back for Christensen. John likes what he sees and splashes a 3-pointer home. John Christensen, late second quarter, got going, and he has continued here in the third quarter, already 5 points, and his team down just 5 now. Pull-up jumper, good. Fossenbarger, a nice answer back for Johnson Brock, the lead back to 7. Ben Clark playing the defense on Christensen right now. Man-to-man defense for Johnson Brock. Shart on the dribble, kicks it out for Christensen. Left out, can't get the shot, but a foul on the rebound is going to go against Johnson Brock's Ben Bowling. That is the 3rd on Ben and the 1st on Johnson Brock of the half. So Bowling goes to the bench along with Ben Clark, and Rao and Murr come in for the Eagles in red. Backside, good time on the inbounds, and Stengel puts it up and in. The timeout for BDS. Coach Greg Schroeder likes what he sees out of his squad right now. They are down just 5, a 30-second timeout with 4:35 to go here in the third quarter. Well, earlier today here at the auditorium, and again with the snow earlier this week on Thursday, they wiped out the entire Thursday schedule. So semifinals got played yesterday, and then we come back for today in a big day instead of just the boys' third place and championship games. A big day here today. So earlier in the B Division third place game, Johnson County Central won over Pawnee City. In the boys B Division championship, Exeter Milligan defeated Southern 35-34. Seth Maxson hit a 3 with about 30 seconds to go that proved to be the winning points for Exeter Milligan. And then the game right before this one was the B Division championship for the girls. Sterling wins in overtime over Southern 47-41. So you're watching the A Division boys third place game. We've got the A girls championship and the A boys championship yet to go here tonight. You'll see it all on StriveSports.com. Hans 3, no good. Beavers, though, knocks the ball out of bounds for BDS. It stays with Johnson Brock. This the 89th edition of the MUDECAS basketball tournament here in Beatrice. 89 years for the boys. This is the 34th year for girls games. A drive and a shot there for Caden Glenn, and that is Caden's first points of the night. Takes a lot of people to pull this thing off. We'll talk about some of those people involved with putting the MUDECAS tournament together at the next break we have. Stengel, dribble drive, gets all the way into the lane, turns, his shot will not fall. Hahn gets way up for the rebound. Here comes Johnson Brock, that's Glenn in rhythm, swished it home. Caden Glenn taking his time to get warmed up, but that's 5 straight for Caden. And the lead back to 10 for Johnson Brock. 3.5 minutes to go, third quarter. Beavers along the baseline, can't get it. Fossenbarger the rebound. Along the baseline, outshot by Rao, no good. Beavers the rebound, and Christensen will bring it up. Hard drive for Shart off the back of the rim, no good. Murr the rebound. Ty Hahn brings it ahead, leaves it. And with a right hand, the shot, though, no good, and out of bounds off of Hahn. Shot taken by Dylan Rao. In for BDS comes Kellen Reinsch and Logan Schroeder. BDS cut the lead to 5 after they trailed by 10 at the half, but the lead has gone back to 10. For Johnson Brock, BDS with the ball. Onto the block for Reinsch. Stuck in the lane, now he gets out of there. And a pass behind is stolen away. Glenn tries to get it for Fossenbarger, but he was out of bounds as he tried to corral that, and it'll go back to BDS.
Possession of BDS. For BDS, number 4, Jackson Grote, and number 22, John Christensen.
Grote and Christensen back into the game for BDS. Now, Johnson Brock coach Lucas Dollinghouse having a discussion with the officials. Does let his team set up a full court press as Grote brings the inbounds. And Glenn got a hand on that one. Christensen left wing. Now Dixon up top. Guarded by Murr. Dixon stops, a little 12-footer, no good. And Murr with a defensive rebound. Good defense and rebounding there by Seth. That's a big part of his game as Glenn lines up the 3, can't get it. Dixon tracks down the rebound for BDS. We're still at a 10-point game with 1:50 to go in the third quarter. Grote pops up for three. No. Reich with an offensive rebound and fouled by Hahn. And that is going to be 3 on Ty Hahn, and will send Kellen Reich to the free throw line for 2 free throws. Pretty clean game, but Ty becomes the first player with 3 fouls. And we haven't seen, consequently, a clean game. We haven't seen a ton of free throws. Johnson Brock was 3 for 5 in the first half. They have not attempted one here in this quarter. BDS now for the game is 2 for 5. Stengel and Sharp both back in for BDS, and now so is Nolan Weber. Shane Westhart, Ben Clark in as well for Johnson Brock. Hahn with the 3 fouls does go to the bench. 8-point game, minute and a half to go, third quarter. Johnson Brock with the lead in the basketball. Glenn on the right wing, back up top and around. See, if you had the Strive app right now, if you were following David City, you would have got a notification that David City Public is currently streaming. Nice dish from Glenn over to Seth Murr. Seth's got his first basket. Good reward for a guy that's done a lot of dirty work for Johnson Brock in this ballgame. He's played well. Gets rewarded with 2 there to push the lead back to 10. Stengel turns in the lane. His shot with the right hand will not fall. And there's Murr again with another big defensive rebound. .40 seconds to go, third quarter. Rao working his way down the lane, kicks it out. And with 25 seconds left, maybe one final shot in the period. If you're Johnson Brock, that'd be fine with you, right? At worst, you're going to start the fourth up 10. At best, you might start it up 12 or 13. Glenn gets a screen from Rao. Hesitates. Now it's stolen away. There's Shart. And a reach-in foul prevents the breakaway, which probably isn't a bad idea if you're Dylan Rao. So instead of getting the last possession with 3 seconds, you're going to get BDS with a chance here at the end of the third. Grote to inbound. Face guarding on Christensen. They'll get it to Sharp with 2, with 1. He'll pull up just off the front for Garrett Sharp. At the end of 3, it's still the 10-point lead for Johnson Brock, 36-26. Come back for the fourth quarter from the MUDECAS tournament after this.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends. It's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank. Growing together.
Nova Fitness Equipment of Omaha has provided the very best weight room, track and field, and sports surfacing products for over 30 years in Nebraska. They provide Cybex, Matrix Fitness, Vertimax, Tough Stuff, Pro Elite, Stairmaster, York Barbell, Troy Barbell, and UCS track and performance products. From rubber flooring, strength equipment, cardio products, and sports performance accessories, Nova Fitness Equipment has what you need to make your athletic program successful. Contact Nova Fitness Equipment today at their home office in Omaha or online at novafitnessequipment.com.
10-point lead for Johnson Brock over BDS as we start this fourth quarter of play. So just about the time that BDS likes to think that their physicality has worn you down a little bit, so you make a few more mistakes than you might otherwise. Ty Hahn is back in the game for Johnson Brock. These Eagles in red have played a masterfully smart game for 3 quarters so far. Turnovers have been limited, 7 of them, not too bad. BDS just 5 turnovers. But really, Johnson Brock has done well shooting the ball in a smart situation. Bowling goes up and over. That tough shot as he kind of faded away from about 6 feet. And Beavers clears the rebound. But good shots down the stretch are how you beat a team like BDS. If you're BDS, though, probably not concerned at all right now. You're thinking we got them right where we want them. Down 10 to start the fourth. Stengel tries to bounce it down low, and it's stolen away. Bounced off of Beavers' legs. Fossenbarger comes up with a steal. 6 turnovers now for BDS. Glenn a long 3. Got it to go. Caden Glenn, I'm not sure he took more than 1 or 2 shots the entire first half. I think he's only taken 4 in the second half, but he's made 3 of them. 2 have been threes. He's got 8 points for the game and has pushed the lead to 13. And a big one there as Ty Hahn just picked up his 4th personal foul. So the leading scorer for the season and still in the game, the leading scorer, Ty Hahn, is going to the bench early here in this fourth quarter as Sharp misses from very close range and Rao rips down the rebound. Well, a big exchange here. If you're Johnson Brock, a chance to extend on a 13-point lead. This is their largest lead of the game. Glenn guarded by Christensen. Bowling catches, squares, step back, 15-footer knocks it down. It's when he does that, it's just like, Ben, I got this shot. I had no problem. This is my spot right here. You're going to give it to me from 18 feet? I got this. 15-point Johnson Brock lead. A little over 6 minutes to go. Christensen for 3 in the left corner. It's going to end up being a jump ball, and it's going to stay with BDS. As it wedged itself there between the rim and the backboard. Christensen gets it right back on the inbounds. For Sharp for 3. Good box out by Glenn. 15-point game, 6 minutes to go, fourth quarter. Glenn, a pull-up shot, actually hit his own guy, hit Rao. There's Glenn pulled up. BDS clears the rebound, trying to cut into this deficit, and they're going to do so after a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout, and we'll step aside as well here on StriveSports.com. Johnson Brock by 15.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends. It's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank. Growing together.
Johnson Brock has led since the first quarter. It was 12-6 at the end of one, 23-13 at half, and 36-26 as we began this fourth quarter. So 5 straight for Johnson Brock in the first 2.5 minutes of this fourth quarter. Holden Stengel with his dribble drive, had it knocked free and stolen away by Ben Clark. To the other end. Wave off the shot. They're going to get a foul first on the floor. That will be just the second foul on BDS of the half. Garrett Sharp, the guilty party there.
13, Garrett Sharp, his first personal, second.
That's the first on Garrett, and like we said, just the second on BDS. So if they get to a situation where they want to foul, they got a ways to go before they get Johnson Brock into the bonus. Bowling in, back out to Fossenbarger in the corner. Back to Bowling on the block. Double team comes. Fossenbarger lines up the 3. Rao had it for a moment, but Beavers takes it away. Then Glenn pokes it free. He goes up and lays it in. Big time play by Caden Glenn. Shart with a right hand. They bail him out with a whistle and a foul.
Personal foul called on number 2, Cole Fossenbarger.
Fossenbarger picks up his second, fifth team foul on Johnson Brock.
Garrett Sharp.
And 2 free throws here for Garrett Shart. Garrett is 1 for 4 at the foul line. Now he's 2 for 5. He does have 6 points in the game. Carson Dixon, Kellen Reich into the game for BDS. And 2 for 2 there for Garrett Shart. So 43-28, a 15-point game. 4.5 minutes to go, fourth quarter. If it's going to happen for BDS, you got to think at some point there's got to be a kind of a flurry of points, 6 points in 30 seconds type thing. That shot by Rao, no good, and the defensive rebound for Grote. Here comes BDS. Dixon on the wing. Back up to Grote. Now Dixon, ball on the floor, hands it to Shart. Garrett pulls up at 14 feet, no good. Glenn, the defensive rebound. Hounded in the backcourt by Shart, now he gets away. Glenn along the baseline for Rao. His basket is good. First points of the game for Dylan Rao to push the lead to 17, the largest lead of the game for Johnson Brock. And then a foul from behind as Dylan got maybe just a little greedy there. That's his third and the team's 6th.
Personal foul called on number 15, Dylan Brown, his third personal foul, 16th foul. Checking into the game for Johnson Brock, number 23, Ty Hahn, number 15.
Ty Hahn playing with the 4 fouls is back into the game along with Seth Murr. As Grote puts up the shot on the inbounds. An offensive rebound there. There's a new face, Jacob Schwartzendruber. Grabbed that rebound, number 3, and he also picks up the foul.
Personal foul called on number 3, Jacob Schwartzendruber. His first personal foul, 13th foul.
Just the third team foul on BDS. 3:14 to go here in the fourth quarter. Murr on the block, got it, and a foul. Really like the way that Seth Murr has played in this ball game. Like we said, has done a lot of dirty work for Johnson Brock in this game. Rebounding, tough defense, good box outs, and he's got a basket. Now he's got a chance at a three-point play. And he converts it. By the way, Kellen Reich with the foul, his second and the team's 4th. So 3 minutes to go and a 20-point Johnson Brock lead for the 9th-ranked team in Class D1 over the 4th-ranked team in Class D1. Carson Dixon with his dribble, guarded by Ben Bowling. That was good defense by Bowling. Schwartzendruber on the wing, guarded by Hahn. Back to Schroeder, now up top. Tip and a steal. Caden Glenn comes away with a steal. Caden coast to coast with a left hand and good. It has all come in the second half, but that's 12 points for Caden Glenn and a turnover for BDS. Coach Greg Schroeder might be to the end of the bench here shortly with 2:25 left and his team down by 22 points. Isaac Kamler and Nolan Weber back into the game. Brendan Froslin in for Johnson Brock. Hahn puts up the 3 here, and it bounces out of bounds. Also in for BDS, Josiah Kamler coming in. What a job defensively in this game for Johnson Brock. They have surrendered to BDS 2 points here in the fourth quarter. This was a 10-point game starting the fourth. 36-26. Now, I realize that, BDS didn't have a lot of momentum, only scoring 26 points in 3 quarters, but, the other team hadn't ran away with it yet. Still a 10-point game, That's 5 2-point possessions is all. Really, it's about 4 possessions if you think about it. And BDS just could not get anything going. They're going to get a timeout here just to, I think, get some guys on the same page, and we're going to get Johnson Brock subbing a lot of guys in here with 1:38. Full timeout. Hey, we'll take it as well. And we'll come back after this on StriveSports.com.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends. It's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank. Growing together.
50-28. Johnson Brock on top. By the way, we can't say thank you enough to Cornerstone Bank, Nova Fitness Equipment, and Truck Center Companies. They are presenting sponsors on StriveSports.com of just about everything we do, whether it's a podcast, whether it's a live event like MUDECAS, or a couple weeks when we go to the Crossroads Conference Tournament at the York City Auditorium. We like going to old auditoriums. And we say that, and then the week after CRC, we'll go to the Southern Nebraska Conference Tournament, and we'll go to the beautiful new gym at Centennial High School. So we go old gym, brand new, looks amazing. And we'll be at Pinnacle Bank Arena, in March too, in the Bob Devaney Sports Center, and well, that just gets a lot of fun then at that point. But thank you to our sponsors again, Cornerstone Bank, Truck Center Companies, and Nova Fitness Equipment for all they do to provide financial support for us at Strive Sports to do what we do. So both benches have been emptied. See if I can get some names here for you. 12, Wyatt Volker for Johnson Brock. 5 is Colton Whitty. 10 is Connor Smith. 20 is Hunter Eastman. 25, Trevor Collin. 1 minute left in this one, and going to be a third-place finish for Johnson Brock at the MUDECAS basketball tournament. Do we have the past winners? Austin, can we pull that up? Not that we have the. I guess we can look at it. Probably just have the A division. Probably don't have the third-place finishers, do we? See the boys A division tournament winners from past years. Johnson County Central won this thing back in 2013. Freeman, BDS, a couple of years there in 15 and 16. And last year lost to Parkview Christian in that championship. So Parkview Christian and BDS had a great first-round matchup that BDS won in overtime. Then the Eagles lost last night to Sacred Heart in double overtime. They played a few extra minutes in the last few games, have the Eagles. Fact of their, the last 2 games have been, like I said, overtime or double overtime. So effectively an extra quarter and a half in the last 2 games here in this tournament for BDS. Got a foul away from the ball here.
Personal foul call number 2, Logan Schroeder.
So just finishing up with the final score.
Number 34, Glenn Meyer.
Mentioned it will be a home game against McCool Junction coming up next week. The next game back for BDS. For Johnson Brock, they will travel to Lewiston on the 16th. And then road game to Friend, and then a trip to Fall City Sacred Heart on January the 25th. still awaits the Johnson Brock Eagles. 29 points surrendered on defense for Johnson Brock. They win it over BDS 50-29 to take the third place game of the A Division here at the MUDECAS basketball tournament. We'll let you see a plaque presentation and get you the final scores after this.
Welcomes all of the Johnson Brock players to come forward and receive the 2018 A Division third place trophy. Congratulations to the Johnson Brock Eagles. It is the policy of the BDS Association that the front of each side of the Manchester City Auditorium be safe for the teams that are playing, and at the end of the game, at the front of each section be cleared for the fans of the next game to be played. This section will be marked, and those fans who move are, of course, invited to stay in the upper seats and enjoy the next game. Your cooperation will be greatly appreciated.
So the final numbers in the ball game, BDS with the 29 points. They got 13 from John Christensen, 7 from Garrett Sharp, 4 from Anthony Beavers, and 2 from Kellen Reinsch and Holden Stengel. 5 of 8 at the free throw line, 10 turnovers in the game for BDS. For Johnson Brock, they improved to 11-3 on the season. Very balanced scoring, a lot of fun contributions from a lot of guys. Caden Glenn does finish leading the team with 12 points. All of them came in the second half. 10 for Cole Fossenbarger, 10 for Ty Hahn. He battled foul trouble in that second half, only played about a minute and a half total in the second half. And then 5 from Ben Bowling, 5 from Seth Murr, who just did a lot of dirty work today for Johnson Brock. He was really good on the inside, doing a lot of stuff that don't necessarily show up with 5 points for himself. Dylan Rao with 2. Shane Westart finished with 2. We mentioned Bowling and Ben Clark also had a 3-pointer for his 3 points. So that's it in the third place game of the A Division for the MUDECAS Boys Tournament. That means the A Girls Championship, Fall City, Sacred Heart, and Meridian. Number 1 in D1 versus number 1 in D2. Both teams are undefeated. Somebody's going down tonight. We'll find out starting in about 25 minutes.